It's Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty. You may have heard about our full-service flat fee listings through a postcard in your mailbox recently. We'll talk more about those in just a second, but first we'll look at the Cincinnati real estate market news for 2024 year-to-date and compare those numbers to 2023 year-to-date. First of all, new listings are down 2%, closings are down 22%, median sale price is up 5%, median days on market is at 13 days, total inventory right now is at 82 days, while active inventory is at 41 days. It is still a seller's market, but not as hot as it was last spring. So if you want to net the most money when you sell your home, you need a more sophisticated marketing approach, but you don't have to pay a 6% commission to get that because it comes standard with our full service flat fee listings. Visit our site at 513flatfee.com to learn more about our service and to find out how you can net the most money when you sell your home. This week, the Federal Reserve paused rates. They did not raise them or cut them. Freddie Mac has the average fixed rate for a 30-year loan at 6.63%, which is almost unchanged since we reported last week at 6.60%. Many economists are still predicting a few different rate cuts. Some say several rate cuts coming later this year. If you know that the target rate for inflation for the Federal Reserve is 2% and the last report is 3.1%, you understand as I do that there's no reason for the Federal Reserve to cut rates quite yet until they get to that 2% target or very close to that. So I don't think that interest rates are going to go anywhere out of the sixes this year, but I don't really know. Some economists are still predicting maybe they would go as low as the high fives, but again, last year they made predictions and they were incorrect as well. So even the experts who follow this very closely and know what they're talking about really can't predict what's going to happen with interest rates. So I don't recommend, whether you're buying a home, selling a home, trying to time the market with what's going on with interest rates or even what's going on with the leverage, whether the buyers have more or the sellers have more, the dynamics of the real estate market here in Cincinnati. I recommend when you have a housing need to move up, move down, relocate, buy your first home, whatever that is, to go ahead and make that move regardless of the market conditions, regardless of interest rates. And then if it makes sense later on down the road to refinance to a lower interest rate, if that opportunity comes, go ahead and do that if that makes financial sense. As I've mentioned several times before in the last several weeks, if interest rates continue to decline, we expect more buyers to come to market, which is going to increase competition among buyers. For sellers, that would mean more showings and more offers, more multiple offer situations. In other words, a stronger seller's market, which of course is good for sellers. It's also bad for buyers. So if you're having to do both, it's kind of a wash in terms of waiting for interest rates. Is it going to be a better market for you? And again, I don't recommend trying to time that. We don't really know if interest rates are going to go down, although there's a lot of signs that point to, yes, they will go down. We don't know how much or when that will happen. And there's always the risk that maybe they would stay flat or even go up. So if we do in fact see interest rates decline significantly and we do have more demand in the market from buyers, we also expect that there's going to be relatively the same amount of inventory as there was in the past couple years, which is pretty low compared to what we actually need to have a balanced market. So that would suggest an even stronger seller's market, multiple offers. We saw an 8% price increase in 2023 compared to 2022. If we have even more demand because of lower interest rates in 2024, we would expect home prices to actually rise even more than 8% compared to 2023, maybe in double digits or even better. So that's obviously good news for homeowners if you're just sitting on the sidelines and you're not making a move. But for buyers, if you're trying to wait to save on interest rates, you may actually pay more in terms of the price of the home. And so we don't really know if you're actually going to save money in the long run. So that's even more reason not to wait for interest rates to come down if you don't even know if you're actually going to save money in the long term, because you actually are going to be paying potentially more for the house itself when interest rates go down, if that actually happens. So just more reason why you should just follow what your needs are, what your desires are in terms of your housing needs. Go ahead and buy and sell regardless of what's going on in the market, and just navigate that accordingly. Do the best you can to find the best deal on the house of your dreams, and do the best you can if you're selling to net the most money you can in this seller's market. If you have any questions about buying a home, selling a home, or maybe even doing both here in the Cincinnati real estate market, if you have some questions you want answered or some guidance or even personal help guiding you through those transactions, we'd be happy to help here. The best way to get in touch with me or a member of my team is to visit our website at 513flatfee.com. Click one of the links there to schedule a call so we can set aside some time dedicated to assessing your needs and to mapping out a game plan for how we can help you to achieve your real estate goals. I'm Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty.